बम चिकी चिकी बम चिकी चिकी बम चिकी चिकी बम बम। खुल के बोलो बेटा बम बम, खुल के बोलो बेटा बम बम। हंसना 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 सेहत के लिए है हंसना। हा 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 हा। है बहुत जरूरी पर हमारी है एक मजबूरी। हमारी लाडो रानी हंसती नहीं, किसी की बात इसके मन में बस बसती नहीं। हंसो लाडो रानी हंसो।
अरे कैसे हंसूं मैं, कैसे हंसूं? सामाजिक समस्या को कैसे भूला करूं? 6-7 महीने पहले जो लैपटॉप लिया,
नई कॉन्फ़िगरेशन वाला।
अरे हाँ, नई कॉन्फ़िगरेशन वाला। 6-7 महीने पहले जो लैपटॉप लिया, आज वो दम तोड़कर मरा पड़ा।
मरा पड़ा जी, मरा पड़ा।
अब इन्हें ही देख लो, ये है हमारे लल्ला जी।
लल्ला जी भाई लल्ला जी, लल्ला जी भाई लल्ला जी। दादाजी क्या हुआ बेटा? इस लैपटॉप को ना मेरी नजरों से दूर कर लो। अरे क्या कर दिया इसने? सिर्फ 2 GB की रैम है इसमें। ये तो बढ़ भी सकती है। सिर्फ 500 GB की हार्ड डिस्क काफी तो है। अरे चुप करो तुम लोग। IIIT में एडमिशन हुआ है मेरा, कोई ऐसा वैसा बच्चा नहीं हूँ। और इस कंप्यूटर को देखो, बूट होने में लगता है आधा घंटा। गूगल सुबह खोलो शाम को खुलता है, और इसका एंटीवायरस खुद एक वायरस है जी। अरे पिछले साल ही तो तुम्हें लेटेस्ट मॉडल खरीद कर दिया था। 1 साल खत्म, वारंटी खत्म। वारंटी खत्म तो कंप्यूटर परफॉर्मेंस भी खत्म। खत्म। अरे 1 साल में ही पुराना हो जाता है ये। मुझे देखो 50 साल से सोनार हूँ, मुंबई से लेकर सूरत तक बिजनेस है मेरा, और इसे देखो 1 साल में ही दम तोड़ दिया इसने।
कंप्यूटर की परफॉर्मेंस यूजर के हाथों में ही होती है।
And old can still be gold.
यहाँ तो अंधेरा ही अंधेरा है। चलो यारो, इन्हें अंधेरों से उजालों की ओर ले चले।
वत्स, मैं समय हूँ। आज तुम्हें कंप्यूटर परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में ब्रह्म ज्ञान की प्राप्ति होगी। आज मेरे फरिश्ते तुम्हें समझाएंगे कि यह महायंत्र कंप्यूटर काम कैसे करता है। यह एक मनुष्य रचित यंत्र है, और यह जो भी करता है मनुष्य द्वारा आदेश देने पर ही करता है।
Hey guys, I'm the application and I run on the OS and rely on it to work, as it is the one that gives me my resources and handles my requests. I am used by the user to interact with the OS and carry out tasks. So if I get inefficient, I will slow down the whole process, as I will take more time to convey user requirement to the OS. Now the data I had taken from the user, I am handing it over to the OS for further execution.
I'm the operating system. I am the platform that runs the desired set of applications and manage the computer resources. If I am 32 bits, then I can only utilize half of the 64-bit data range that is present in the modern day processor and decrease the performance by half. And I can only use a RAM up to 4 GB, and even if you install more than that, then it is a wastage of resource and eventually decrease the performance. If I am having failure, if I am not working properly, then I'll cause the computer to slow down. I am giving the input received from the application to the kernel.
Hey friends, I am the kernel. I am the one who manages your hardware resources. I manage your input-output requests and translate them into data processing instructions for the CPU and other electronic components of the computer. I am a fundamental part of any operating system. If I stop working, then nothing will happen, as I am the one who communicates with the hardware. This is the data that contains the request sent in by the application. Now I will handle this and ask each of the hardware to do their job.
Hey Colonel, who do you think you are? Don't you think you're boasting too much about communicating with the hardware? You idiot! Don't you know that without me, the hardware will start vomiting when it sees the input you send to it? It's my job to translate that crap you said into something reasonable that a term hardware can understand. And what do? Send it forward and take away all the damn credit? I'm telling you, you better stay at your knees. Because if I get bad, I will stop everything from working. I send a bit of wrong information and whole process will be disrupted.
Hey, I am the hard disk drive, the storage of your computer. I store all the data that you have in your computer, the operating system, the kernels, the drivers, and the applications also. I also store all the files that you have in your computer. If you want to access any file, you will have to access it from me. It will be first searched and then retrieved, and then it will be sent for further execution. I also have certain errors, like bad sectors and all, as I am a mechanical device, and every mechanical device is bound to face the natural wear and tear process. And yes, do remember, if I am not fit, I will definitely hamper the speed of the computer. Hey, I have work to do. I have to read an image file and then it will be sent for further processing.
I connect the input and output devices, disk drivers, and expansion cards and manage them. My friend Northbridge is too busy with his processor and RAM that he has got no time for such small things. I am connected to Northbridge and we easily transfer the data between us, but if somehow I get mad, my brother hard drive relies on me, and now I am transferring the hard drive data to the Northbridge.
Oh God, send the data fast to me. I'm trying to work in here. Handling all this is very hard. It's not a fool's play. A chipset that manages the CPU and RAM. I also have to work with the Southbridge. And if that was not all, I also have to work with the controller of graphics card. So much work. No time for grievance to utter. If I get inefficient, all will suffer.
RAM is an acronym for Random Access Memory. That is, it stores data randomly and it can be accessed randomly. That is, any byte can be accessed without searching for the preceding byte. RAM stores that data prior to the execution.
I am the front side bus or DFSB. I am the data line that transfers data from the CPU to the Northbridge or the memory controller hub. As you see, if I am not fast enough, then it will cause the degradation of the overall CPU performance, as I will be doing bottleneck. Also, the clock speed of the CPU is my integral multiple.
I am the GPU of the machine. All the video related tasks are rendered by me. I can be integrated on the CPU, the motherboard, or dedicated to a PCI X. If I am incapable, the whole process suffers as I am not able to display the output itself.
And here comes the core of the computer, Mr. CPU.
Hey guys, I'm the CPU, the central processing unit of the computer. So guys, do you have any questions about me?
Can you tell us about your architecture?
Well, architecture is a very important aspect of computer hardware. It is the primary factor for deciding CPU performance. It determines the size of each transistor on the die of the CPU. So it determines the actual CPU speed. And it also decides the amount of power CPU will consume. Well, registers are high-speed memory area on the CPU. It holds the data and instructions being processed instantly. Its burst size, which is the amount of data with the computer can work at any given time, at the speed of the computer.
Mr. CPU, what do you mean by cache?
Well, the more the cache, the more is the CPU speed. It is used by the CPU of a computer to reduce the average time to access memory. It's smaller, faster to access memory, which stores copies of the frequently used data from the main memory locations.
What exactly is the clock speed?
Well, its clock speed is the speed at which the microprocessor executes instructions. The higher is the clock speed, the more will be the actual performance for the same series of processes. That is, the processor of the same architecture can generally give any performance.
Another interesting fact about computers.
Any process in a computer is just as fast as its slowest step. This is analogous to the Indian judiciary system. In order to hire a lawyer, we need about 2 days. In order to file the case, we need about a week. But instead of getting the desired output, which is the result of the case, all we get is
तारीख पर तारीख, तारीख पर तारीख, तारीख पर तारीख, तारीख पर तारीख.
Now let's have a look at some ways in which we can improve computer performance. Update your drivers and softwares.
Update your drivers and software because companies bring updates for the purpose of fixing issues and improving performance.
Remove unnecessary programs.
Too many programs that are used as waste resources, and when they are cleaned up, they enhance CPU performance.
Use disk cleanup tools.
As we keep on using our computer, some temporary files are generated that may not be useful after a short period of time and will require some unnecessary space. Using such tools, we can remove those files, making our computer fast and clutter-free.
adjust visual effects.
The lesser visual effects you have, the faster will be your performance, as lesser resources will be spent on rendering those effects.
Manage startup programs.
Some programs start themselves automatically when you start Windows. Too many of these programs opening themselves at the same time can slow down your computer.